Okay, there we go. Now I'm live. I didn't realize because that I had not clicked the right button. But as you can see, I am still learning StreamYard. And I don't quite know yet whether there's a way to tell how many people are in the room or how many thumbs up I have. But of course, I would ask everyone to give me a thumbs up. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over here. No, I'm going to go over here. This is the one. Let's see. Okay, it shows that I'm already. Oh no, what's going on? Okay. To figure out how to do this. So that I can just keep a check on things. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, okay. I'm trying to figure things out right now, just to see how many people I have. Okay, it looks like I have 10 viewers. And hi, Freaky Geek. Hi, Rose. Hi, Julie. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, who knows? Oh, so many people who are new to me, but I'm certainly glad to have you here. Oh, yes, it looks like I have 13 people here. Yay! I'm glad of that. Who knows? Yes. Hey, Freaky. Fancy meeting you here. So, here we are. This is my Wednesday free-for-all, in which I just wing it. For usually an hour and a half, it can go longer. You know, it's as long as we want. Hi, Navy Freck. Hi, who knows? Hi, I think I said hi to you, Ariel, already, but I don't know whether I did or not. Because I don't know whether I was actually live when I said hi. Hi, Trisha from Saskatoon. Anyway, here we are. Oh, goodness gracious, I have 18 people now. Oh, hi, Laurie. So glad to see you. I hope you're feeling better soon. Yarn Addict and Silver Fox, glad to see you. And so, first, I'm going to start with some announcements. First thing. Look at my new subscribe sign. Isn't that wonderful? I got that from Brenda, the newbie crocheter. She has a wonderful channel herself. And she also, her husband, as a sideline, does woodworking. And so she has these subscribe signs available. She also has other signs, and she also has blocking boards that you can buy in various sizes. And you can just insert pegs for whatever you want to do. Say you're doing granny squares and you want them to be consistent. So you would, put the pegs in and then use the granny squares, that sort of thing. Anyway, so Brenda is wonderful. We love Brenda. So I got from her, just today it arrived, the subscribe sign, this cute little llama sticker, and a lovely card from her. She's perfectly wonderful. Yes, Lori, please do take good care of yourself. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, this is what I did today. I just winged it, really. I was recording a tutorial on how to crochet in the round. And you can see, I start with a disc. This is 5 rows in the round, or 5 rounds in the round. And then I thought, well, since I've got this, why not make a hat? And then I have a hat. So I posted pictures of this on Instagram. It's really not very difficult. We have puff stitches and we have cross stitches. But once you get the hang of those, and they're easy, then you're good. So there will be a pattern forthcoming for that. And as with all of my hat patterns, that pattern will be free. I always make hat patterns free in order to encourage people to do them for donations and just to give to people they see who are cold. Now, in this part of the world, we're coming up on summer. So whenever you're between projects, if you need a palette cleanser, even if you're bored in the middle of a project, do a hat. Hats are good fun. That's what I always do. So that pattern will be on my blog soon, and it will be in my Ravelry store soon as a free download. And speaking of Ravelry, I now have a Ravelry store. I have 6 patterns now. 3 of them are free, and that will be the 4th that will be free, and 3 of them are not free. So I've sold, actually I've only sold 2 so far, but I have high hopes because I have Sabrina. I'm so glad to see you. Yay. Hi, Cellar Dweller. Hi, Elizabeth Aaron. Anyway, as I was saying, I have high hopes. So I have my Ravelry store. The link will be in the description. I have my, I've also started an Etsy store, or resurrected my old Etsy store, really is what I did. And that link is in the description. I also have a Patreon page because I'm not a patient guy and I can't wait for monetization from YouTube. And if anyone wants to help me out, I'm not asking for help, but people do like to show support from time to time. So I have only 1 membership level and on Patreon, and that is at the lowest dollar amount that Patreon recommends. And people who become Patreon patrons, if you will be entitled to a weekly members-only live stream and early access and discounts on my paid patterns. And what else was I going to talk about today? Let's see, patterns. Oh, let me talk about my video posting schedule. First, well, of course you know about this one. I do Wednesday free-for-all at 6 o'clock, immediately following. Hi, Pat Tatzer. Hi, Dinas. Hi, Freaky Geek. Hi, Trisha R. Hi, Susan Burke. So this is immediately following Granny D. And we all love Granny D. She sends people over here, which is very kind of her. Hi, Brenda Botel, or is it Bertel? Hi, who knows? So this is my Wednesday free-for-all, I call it, because, there is no real format here. We just go wherever conversation takes us. I have Topic Tuesdays, where I usually start with a topic, and then we get off topic, and then we go where conversation takes us. I have Shout-Out Saturdays, where I talk about other YouTubers and other kinds of links where I think people need my attention. Most of them, oh, hi, Dana. Oh, my goodness, what a lovely surprise to see you here. Hi, Donine. Hi, Crochet Nana. What was I saying? Shout Out Saturdays, where I talk about other YouTubers and other yarn crafty people who deserve our attention. Most of them don't need my help in terms of numbers, but I usually get messages from people saying that there were 1 or 2 people that they did not know of and were glad that they had learned of them. On Sundays, I have poetry readings. Let's see. And lately, I'm doing short videos, just like I'm trying to keep them under 60 seconds on Mondays and Fridays. I posted the first one on Monday, and that was a short tutorial on the foundation single crochet. This Friday, oh, I forgot to mention Thwip Thursday. Because I never can get around to doing a Whip Wednesday, so I do a Thwip Thursday. Sometimes it becomes a Whip Friday, but where I talk about whips and finished objects and other, things to talk about. But on Mondays and Fridays, I've started doing these shorts. So Monday, it was a short tutorial on foundation single crochet. I have one that's going to go live on Friday that is a short tutorial on the extended half double crochet. Next Monday, I have one on the extended single crochet. And then, oh, hi, Katrina, glad to see you. So yeah, I'm planning ahead. I've got things going on, in fact. Yeah. I have a healthy balance between lives and pre-recorded videos, but also take note that, hi Laura Lee, that on Sunday, which is Easter Sunday, I will be doing a marathon live starting at 3 Eastern. I hope I can last until midnight or later. But as I said before, I'm going to run until you guys get tired of me or I get tired of you. And that's the story there. So everybody, have I missed anyone? Hi, Karen DeWillers. You're getting snow tomorrow? Where are you, Karen? Okay, we always do. Oh, hey, Granny D. Thanks for sending everyone over. Okay, so I'll repeat these announcements later. But we always start with the customary, what's on your hook, what's in your cup, what's for dinner, where are you, all of that stuff. We like those questions as conversation starters. Actually, oh, Karen, upstate New York. I love upstate New York. I spent 27 years in the tri-state area, most recently in Yonkers, but I left there in 2018 just to come here to Wilmington, where my family was, just after Hurricane Floyd hovered on Wilmington for about a week. So it was hard to find a place to live. Now, actually, since then, we lost our mother. My sister and I live in my mother's house. And we coexist. We do okay. Freaky Geek says, not using a hook, but knitting a top-down sweater. And your nose is in your cup with every sip of tea. Every sip of tea, do you mean? That's cute. Cup of tea, yeah. Let's see. So I'm glad to see so many friends here. We're at 29 people. That's lovely. That's lovely. So hooks, cups, iced coffee. I love iced coffee, actually. Water, home, crocheting, granny squares. Finished knitting leg warmers. Ooh. Now to sew lengthwise. That's the part I hate the worst. So, LG hot brevet. So hazelnut quarter sweet with extra shots. I don't really understand that. Karen says she got soaked by Hurricane Floss when she was driving to Potsdam to visit her son at SUNY Potsdam. Potsdam is way, 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 way up there, isn't it? Green apple Gatorade. That sounds enticing and yet very, very, very sweet, actually. Julie has hot cup of coffee, and she's finishing the last mitten. I've done mittens before. Oh, who knows? You're near Garland. I used to live in Dallas. Sabrina is in Yorkshire. Yay. It's been too long since I visited England. I really, really love England. So Elizabeth Aaron is in North Dallas. So let's see what else is going on. Who knows has a baby blanket on your hook? Oh, whose pattern is it? What kind of baby blanket is it? Starla is drinking Diet 7 Up. My pattern is on your hook. Oh, that's right. We were emailing about that. Starla is very kindly testing one of my patterns for me, and she had some really good ideas about it too. So I'm going to incorporate her ideas into the written pattern. Let's see. Pat Dancer is in Garland. Julie is in Canton, Ohio. Who else is in Ohio? Kelly's Crochet Adventures. I think she's in Ohio. I think she's in Columbus, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Who knows? Made in a crock pot, green lentils in veggie broth, stew meat diced. Oh, who knows? That sounds delicious. I'm coming over to your house. Wednesday, actually, by habit, has become pizza night for us. Especially since I do a lot of the cooking. And I'm doing this starting at 6. And who doesn't like pizza? Rose Cottage Studio lives on top of Blue Mountain in Pennsylvania. That sounds absolutely beautiful and picturesque. Oh, okay. Crochet Nana is in Ohio also. About half an hour from Canton in Cuyahoga Falls. I've heard of Cuyahoga Falls. I don't know how, but I have. But then, I used to love maps. I would study maps all the time. Laura Lee is in Idaho. Oh, yes, now I remember. Oh, you're doing Mr. Bag O' Days blanket. The one with the... He did it with a, super, super jumbo yarn. But I have done a similar blanket with a worsted weight yarn. I just noticed how this pillow looks. He looks deformed. Or he did. Now he looks a lot better. So there. Now he looks happier. So anyway, did y'all notice my new subscribe sign? That's a hint. Not a very subtle one. This new subscribe sign came from Brenda the Newbie Crocheter. She has a lovely channel herself, and she's really wonderful. Her husband does woodworking as a sideline, and so they sell these subscribe signs as well as a few other things. Oh, here's another thing I forgot to show you. Oops. Knock Browning off. I got these postcards from Vistaprint. So whenever I send a package, I just write a little note on the back, and it has all of my social media links here and my name. And I just write a little note on here in the package, and we're good. And we're good. But I'm going to leave that one there because I like the way it looks. Let's see, what else do we have? Hello. Sorry? I have some here. There. I was just requested some Tylenol. Hi, Linda. Oh, Elizabeth loves the subscribe sign, and Dinas loves the pillow. So do I. I mean, this might come as a surprise to some of you, but I'm sort of fond of dogs. I mean, look at the shirt. You can't really see the shirt I'm wearing all that closely, but yay, puppies! I love puppies. Laura says, the super chunky I had was variegated and didn't look well in that pattern. I can understand that. So I'm using I lost you. So I'm using 3 strands, same color of worsted, and making stripes. Oh, I'll bet I would love to see pictures when you're done. Lori says she applied for a new job with her company yesterday and got an interview invitation today. That sounds wonderful. More money and less physical. I don't think that we've ever talked about it, Lori, but what do you do now? Let's see, Regina Reed. She agrees with me about puppies. Yay. Yay. Linda, yes, Linda, or rather, Granny says she has to watch the replay of Linda's live. Linda had a monetization party. Linda Simpson, she had a monetization party today. If you did not see it, it was a live stream. I would encourage you to go back and watch the replay. It was fun. I was in and out because I was doing things, but on one of the little contests I did win. Oh, thank you, Dinas. Dinas loves my puppy shirt and my subscribe sign. And I hope my puppy pillow too, which he's cute. So, some of you who have come in later did not see my new hat. I did this today. I started, I got the idea. I was actually doing a rather brief tutorial about crocheting in the round, and so I made this 5-row disc. You know, it's your basic round with, like, you start with 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. And then I thought, why don't I keep making a hat? And then I went back to, I recently published a scarf pattern that I call the Hugs and Stitches, or Hugs and Kisses pattern, because of the combination of puff stitches and cross stitches, which some people would call knots and X's, or hugs and kisses. And so I thought I would do this. And you can see, similar, if you have seen my pictures of the Hugs and Kisses scarf, they're on Instagram and in my Ravelry store and in my Etsy store too. Links in the description. You can see this diagonal element going on. So I'm rather pleased with this. I was just writing up the pattern. I will have it finished. And as I say, with all of my hat patterns are free in order to encourage people to create hats for donations, especially to organizations like Hat Not Hate. But there are so many other organizations, homeless organizations, even, you know, clothing drop-offs, Goodwill, Salvation Army, anything. So Linda says she likes the yarn. This is Red Heart Pound of Love in pastel blue. Oh, hi, Mark. Glad to see you. Oh, hi, Kelly. Glad to see you too. How's your dinner with the husband going? Or is it over? Hi, Robin Rhodes. Julie says, I love variegated yarn, but a terrible time matching it to patterns. Do you know, I used to do a lot with variegated yarn. Now I really, really love Lion Brand mandalas because they're self-striping, and each color it's a pretty extended stripe. And I do a lot of baby blankets, especially like the Which Way crochet blanket, which starts in the middle and works out. And I love the self-striping effect when I do that. I've also done, well, I've done quite a few things with Lion Brand mandala, and quite like it. I've also done shawls with Lion Brand mandala. There are pictures on my Instagram. Oh, Kelly, that's a lovely, lovely romantic sentiment. And, you know, we've seen your hubby. He is a perfectly lovely and gentle and kind soul, it appears. And so we love him too. Let's see, who knows? After all this COVID mess is over, need to have a meetup with all the local Yarny peeps. I tried to organize an Eastern North Carolina meetup last December, but it just didn't work out. Partly because I was broke, but also partly because I just, it's hard to get things going with the pandemic, or as I heard someone call it, the pan pizza. Katrina, you're eating your dinner. What's for dinner, Katrina? Oh, I think you mentioned it before, but I can't remember. I was in Katrina's live earlier today. Let's see. Laura Lee says, variegated yarn was so much fun when it first came out. A change. Yeah, it can be. Now, I am working with this Comfy Cotton Blend in Ocean Breeze, which is sort of variegated. I've been talking about this polo shirt. I completed the front panel, the part of the front panel that is in this color. Now I'm doing the back panel, which is identical to the front. So I thought I would do both of those together and then add on the top parts. So this is a variegated yarn. And I think it works well for this purpose. I'm more careful with variegated yarns now than I was before. I tend to avoid ordering yarns that I don't know. I want to see the colors. I want to feel them before I buy them, because I've had some experiences with yarns that were not that nice to the touch. I have said before that there's some yarns that give acrylic a bad name. Now, usually when you, they're usually acrylic, so they're pretty hardy. You can put them through the washer and dryer and they'll be a lot softer then. But, oh, hi, Crazy Poppy Lady. But working with them isn't all that fun. Now, I like this I can never remember the name, Comfy Cotton Blend. It's a pleasure to work with because it feels nice to the touch immediately. I'm looking to see the care instructions. I don't always understand the care instructions. It says it's machine washable and dryable. It's 50% cotton and 50% polyester. Still, I would feel okay washing it on the gentle cycle, but I would probably want to lay it flat to dry it. I don't know about that. Regina loves Red Heart with Love. I think it's been quite a while since I tried that. Lori Armstrong, I did not know that. You're a lunch lady. Lunch ladies are wonderful. Did I tell you, Lori, probably not, that my ex, while we were together and he was working full-time, he also went to culinary school part-time and graduated top of his class. He still has the job that he had when we met. Not the same job, but the same employer. He never really, aside from a few catering gigs, he never really worked in food service. And I think that's probably a good idea. It would have been a very, 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 very bad idea to put him in a restaurant setting, because that is, as far as I understand it, just incredibly abusive and high pressure. And, he doesn't deal well with that. I don't deal well with that. Okay, what are we doing here? Let's see. I keep missing things because... Oh, a squishale, which is... it's funny, and in my mind it's one word, squishale, salad dressing. And oh, that's right, Katrina said she was going to have something from Squishale earlier today, and now Lauralee is mentioning that she had something from Squishale before. Hello, Amanda Brotherton, welcome. Let's see. Is there anyone I haven't greeted? If there is anyone I haven't greeted, it's purely oversight because I'm running my mouth and the chat is moving. What can I say? So, what are we doing here? Rolling through life. Hello, Lori. Oh, okay. I'm going to try this feature. Lori says it's more complicated than you would imagine to be a lunch lady. Managing a budget set by grants, inventory management help. Oh, I can imagine. It sounds really, really complicated. And so this new job that you've applied for would be a step up. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that. I think that would be wonderful. Okay, now listen. Since I am on StreamYard now, I can invite people up with me. How would that be? Wouldn't that be fun? Let me see if I can get the link. There's the link. And I'm going to put it there. So, if anyone would like to come up with me, let me know. I can't promise to welcome up everyone because, frankly, if I don't know you, then I'm going to wait. Megan is combining songs and other whistles to make up her own song. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, Susan M. says her internet went out. Jenny, aka Mama G Gear, says hello. So, I just posted the link if anyone wants to come up on screen with me. I'm still learning StreamYard, which might be completely obvious. But I would love to experiment with anyone who wants to come up with me. No pressure though, it's okay. Y'all can just listen to me ramble. Let's see. Rolling Through Life says she doesn't feel suitable to be on camera. Oh, yeah. Granny D says there's a syncing problem. There is a bit of a delay with StreamYard. When I am using StreamYard, I don't even have this chat open. Oh my goodness, Lord. That sounds fascinating. New job would be working in a high school at a place called the Future Center, connecting students with community organizations, with practicums and jobs for college and career prep. Wow, that sounds great. It's okay, Mark. I'm not pressuring anyone to come up. So that sounds wonderful, Lori. I'll bet you would be great in that function. I keep bringing my cup over because I want to take a sip. I have this stadium-sized cup from a fast food restaurant. I'm not going to tell you which fast food restaurant because I really didn't enjoy the food, but I like the cup. And I keep reusing it. I do wash the cup, but I keep reusing it because I don't need to get up for refills all that often. Usually the only time I have to get up is to, what is the opposite of refill? Release, to empty the tanks, if you will. So, Granny D spilled her tea and has a mess with the honey. Yes, Rolling Through Life says we all have our favorite cup. I have two favorite mugs, actually. One I got from Fiber Spider. I want to give away. And I got a mug, I got a tote bag, and I got a hank of hand-spun yarn that he himself spun. I still need to get to work on dyeing that yarn and then using it for something. And whatever it is that I make out of it, believe you me, it's not going to leave my hands. Katrina. Lori, still management, grant funds, and data management. More public facing and less lifting. I think that's a good thing. I'll bet you're great with the public, Lori. I really do. So, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Mark thinks that Timmy's coffee is the best. Tim Hortons. Or one time when I was visiting friends in Canada, I heard them say, Spartans. I'm going, what? They said, Spartans. And I'm going, I've never heard of that. And then I realized they were saying Tim Hortons, as we would say. But it's Spartans to them. Anyway, let's see. Katrina, I have a cup from Wanda rolling around that has your channel name on it. Oh, I would love one of those. Laura Lee just saw a report of a sudden rise in Yellowstone Lake. How interesting. Katrina is going to do merch soon. Katrina ordered a Bag O' Day hoodie. I would love to have one of those. What I would really love to have is a Bag O' Day thumb drive with all of her patterns. And I know that she's offering it at a sale price, if indeed that sale is still going. But even the sale price is a little higher than I want to go right now. And believe you me, I have lots of patterns already. And it itches, and I don't want to be rude, but it itches. And frankly, I'm having more fun in creating my own patterns than in doing other people's patterns right now. Yes, Rolling agrees about the oh, look, Brenda's here. Brenda. Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you for coming up.
I figured I'd come up and hang out with you for a little bit.
Do you see your sign up there? Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Yay! So, everyone, subscribe. Damn it, subscribe.
Sorry, I was working on since I'm done with all my my test patterns. I figured I'd do a little break, and I was working on this amagurumi fish. But
oh my goodness.
I have to give it my Brenda twist so it doesn't look quite the same.
Oh, that's cute.
It needs
Brenda,
to be colorful.
did you see my new hat?
I did. I was watching when you were presenting it.
Oh, I'm very pleased with it, actually. And I have the pattern ready. I'll probably have it on my blog and on Ravelry as a free download later, because you've heard what I say about all of my hat patterns are free.
It looks great.
Thank you. I'm rather pleased, and it would go very well with my Hugs and Kisses scarf, which is not a free pattern, but it's cheap. My prices are low, so buy my stuff.
Damn it.
Yeah, damn it. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to see you. I was very happy to get the package today. I got a package yesterday, and I knew it was there, and I went and I was so excited, but it was something else. It was something that I had ordered and was glad to receive, but it wasn't my sign from Brenda. Oh.
Yeah, we're working on a couple projects right now. It's my husband just got home from work, so you know, he's been out all day doing landscaping, and he got home and he was about to pass out, and so I fed him, and then he went out back and started working on some of the signs with the like, and
I like that like sign.
Yeah,
and actually, the sign that he did for Butterfly Dreams is beautiful. I want to talk to you offline about that, about doing one for me. Anyway, Lori says that my hat would be great for hat not hate.
Yes.
And because of the color, and that was my intention all along. As soon as I have, done everything I need to with it, it goes in my hat not hate box. So what else do we have? Yes, Granny D agrees that the like sign is wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We got a couple little things in the works. I mean, it's trial and error because we're still kind of new at this, and he does his portion, and then I'm the perfectionist that wants things a certain way, so he has to go back and reconfigure things.
Yeah, you were
So
talking about that yesterday, I think, in your live, and
yeah,
I think that all of the points that you bring up are completely valid, but he might not be expected to know
exactly,
them.
exactly.
So, yeah.
Which
So,
is what I tell him, but then when he has to go back and redo something, he's like pouting like a little boy.
we're all little boys at heart. Sometimes I feel like I'm 9 years old.
We all at times, we all do at times.
Yeah.
Mark is asking if there's a Hats Not Hate website, David. If so, I'll check it out. It's Lion Brand, isn't it?
Well, it's online brand, but look for hatnothate.org. Or you can Google Hat Not Hate. One or the other. What they do, it's an anti-bullying campaign, and I don't know exactly how they do it. They make these presentations to schools, and as part of the presentation, they give out all of these blue hats, and so they collect blue hat donations from people. And I've got about 20 that I've done since the year began, and
Sorry, somebody asked what the name of my channel is, so I figured, hey,
oh yeah, Brenda the Newbie Crocheter,
left is
yes.
right, right
Yeah,
is
I
left.
know, it's hard, isn't it? We have another person who wants to join us. Let's see. Okay. Oh, well,
Is it
I don't know
raining?
what's. I'm sorry, no, it's not raining here. Is it raining there in Atlanta? No, you're in Orlando, not Atlanta.
Yeah, no, it's
Veronica's in
hot.
Atlanta. You're in Orlando.
Yeah, it's hot and sticky here right now.
It was a beautiful day
Thank you,
today.
Pat.
It was bright and it was high 70s.
That's nice.
Um, yeah, yeah. So, and I sit beside a bay window right now. I love to do my videos, and it looks like there's a problem with Dina coming up. So I'm going to
It
try it
may be
again.
her connection. Yeah, she may.
That could be, I don't know.
There she is.
There we
Hi, Dina.
go. Hi.
Hi,
Look,
Brenda.
she's
Hi, David.
frowning.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
I'm not frowning. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, you're smiling now, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Working hard,
Yay.
working hard.
Okay. This is
Yeah.
fun. As I was saying, that this is my maiden voyage with StreamYard and bringing people up. I did very early this morning. Very briefly I was playing with it and did like a
I know. I was laying
half-hour
in bed
live.
when I saw your announcement come up, and I turned it on, and all I hear was Ursula giving you directions. And I'm
She's
like, what's
very good at
going
that, isn't she?
on? I'm like, what's going on? And then I caught on that you were just testing it. I was half asleep. I was trying to figure out what's going on.
Hmm.
I see you, but I hear Ursula. So I'm like,
She did not want to be on camera. She said that she was still in her pajamas, and I said, well, so am I.
yeah.
I was in this lint-covered T-shirt that I had slept in, and so
I think most of us were in the same condition. I still look like I'm in the same condition. I've been home all day.
oh no, you look lovely as always. Hmm.
Dina, how are things up in North Florida?
Not bad. It's a little chilly, a lot of rain, a lot of puddles.
Oh,
Oh,
so you are getting
yeah.
rain up there, huh?
Yeah, a lot of it. Some of the puddles are ankle deep, and some are about 2 inches above our ankles.
Wow.
Oh, that's a lake. Yeah. So what's on your hook,
Yeah.
Dina? I see you have something there.
Yeah, I'm making a granny square.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Nice.
I noticed that Kim is in the room, affordably crafty. So glad to see you.
Hi,
Um,
Kim. Hi, Nancy.
and Nancy is here too. Nancy, I've been running you all day, well, for a very long time actually. But I have a separate Google ID, and I sometimes run other people's playlists. Shh! Don't tell YouTube that. Um, no, honestly, I think that they catch on to these things.
Word.
I'm sure
Sorry?
they do.
No.
I'm sure
Didn't
they
hear
Yeah.
a word.
Yeah, yeah. So those of us who are members of Dana and Joe's little club, we have this playlist buddy system going on, and
Excuse me.
I think Brenda, one day this week, you and I are buddies.
Probably so. I had mixed up my person for the 30th. So, but I'm running multiple people simultaneously. I'm doing both
I do that too. Yeah.
Dana's and then I do others as well. So I'm
It
catching
sounds
up.
like one of you does not have the YouTube window muted. Um,
I don't have YouTube on this particular laptop. I have it on another laptop in another.
well, it's not a big deal. We're not getting feedback. I just hear a little bit of an echo.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness! Kim says that Crystal just put up a crochet version of Gary's knit hat. Everybody has been asking about Gary Urban Yarn, the
Yes.
hat that he sent to Crystal. And so she created a crochet version of it. I think that's wonderful. I will have to look for that.
Yes, that's a really popular beanie she wears.
Mhm.
Everybody
Well,
has.
yeah, all of her hats. I'm very fond of Fiber Spider's hats too, and pretty much everything that Fiber Spider does.
Fiber Spider put out a couple of beanies just this week. There's some new ones. They look pretty cool. I'm
It's
not a
so
beanie person because we don't use them here, but they're pretty cool.
well. You know how the young people like to wear those beanies, regardless of the weather,
Mm.
probably to hide a bedhead or something. But
Yeah.
so you can make them in cotton yarn or a cotton blend, and it might suit them in Florida. But I used to make a ton of scarves and hats when I was in New York, but now that I'm in North Carolina, I don't need them. I used to wear my scrap scarves out to the store, and people would compliment me all the time. Um, but now, not so much, because I don't need the scarves. It doesn't get all that cold here in Wilmington. Let's see, Nancy. Yes, Nancy makes hats for her sons in New York. And then she says she has to go give the little man a bath. I hope you're talking about your grandson. Kim says that her classroom is very cold, so she wears a hat. I can understand that.
Mhm.
Regina is asking who converted the hat pattern. That would be Crystal at Bag O' Day Crochets. If you do not follow Bag O' Day, where have you been? Honestly, she is wonderful. I have learned so much from her. And she has come to some of my lives and participated. And who
Yes.
knows when she's lurking? She might be lurking now. Who knows?
She might be lurking now.
She's been very good to me, I will say. Even before I was posting videos, I talked about the possibility of doing a YouTube channel, and she was very encouraging. So yeah, she's lovely, and she has a very, very good heart. And So, and it's fun to watch the videos that she does with her husband, Mr. Bod, we call
Mr.
him,
Bob, yeah.
Mr. Bag O'Day. She always says that he has a dad bod, but there was one video that was clearly made in the summer, and she was dying, so she was in her kitchen, and he was wearing a T-shirt, and I'm going, he looks okay to me. But then I always thought he looked good. But then,
I like the videos when they used to go shopping. I know that she doesn't leave the house very much,
yeah, she's
but
now, especially in this age, and she's a little bit, in general anyway, she's a little bit hesitant to go out and about, but especially in this age.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I like
Someone,
those videos. I miss those.
yeah. Well, Kim has posted some shopping videos recently, affordably
Oh yeah.
crafty, and I have not made a shopping video yet, but I am tempted to do it at some point. I just started doing tutorials. I've been doing some shorts. I posted one on Monday. I have one scheduled to go live on Friday and another one scheduled to go live next Monday, because Mondays and Fridays were the days when I didn't have anything going on my channel. So I'm just adding those shorts. And actually, that's how this new hat came about. Is I was doing a brief tutorial. It's not short enough to be a short, but it was a brief tutorial on crocheting in the round. And then I thought, why not keep going and make this a hat? And then I had ideas with stitches and things.
It came out nice. I like it.
I like it too. Yeah.
Good.
Navy Freck says, Ola Joe just posted something. Doesn't say what it's about. Lori Armstrong, dad bods have always been okay with me. But I've always had very accepting tastes.
Same stomach.
So
Robin, you're talking about the new what is that new yarn that they have over at Joann's?
I don't dare go to any of those shops very often, because if I do, I'll wind up spending money. I don't have a lot of money.
I've been trying to avoid going to Hobby Lobby this week. Veronica has this beautiful yarn that she bought to make her sister-in-law's blanket. It's like cotton blend. I think it's an ice cream or ice scoop. I don't know what the name of the brand of the yarn is, but it's a cotton blend, and I love it. And I just keep holding back from going to Hobby Lobby and buying it.
I'm just looking at my phone now, and I see the notification that Bag O' Day did post that, and that Ola Joe posted something. I'm still not clear on what that is. And Kim posted something about a yarn clearance at Michael's. I'll have to look at that video. It's not like I need more yarn, because I have enough to start a store already. And I don't have as much space as that phone is on the other side of the room. Otherwise, I would get up and take the batteries out or something, but it'll be done in a minute. Why do we have a landline? It's only like sales calls and things. Anyway, so, and Dana, Creatively Created Crochet, commented on my Instagram post about this very hat. She said, seriously? Delicious. You know how she loves the word delicious.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Anyway, so that pattern will be up soon. Oh, hi, Jane. Yay, Jane's here. Yeah. So tomorrow is April Fool's Day. Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm a fool every day of the year.
Aren't we all? We're all fools over one thing or another, for sure.
I'm pretty much a fool over everything. Let's see. I see that Mark's comment is still up on the screen, so I need to replace it with something.
You can hit another comment, or you can hit that same comment to take it off. There you go.
Okay, and April Fool's Day, and then now I'm going to take it off. And look, oh, it looks like Dina is muted.
She may have muted herself.
She probably did, because I certainly didn't do it. Oh,
There you
look at
go.
that. There you are. You're unmuted now.
And if you try the button, the underneath your screen, there's different options as how the screen shows. You can hit
Oh, yeah.
those to see.
Yeah. I was playing around with that this morning. So
Yeah.
there we go. No, I don't like that so much. That's okay. I still like it. I like it better like this.
Yeah. Up close and personal.
And indeed, you can see up my nose. It's funny. My sister was looking at one of my my videos. I think it was a replay of a live stream or something. Anyway, and she was playing it on her TV, and I see things on my laptop screen. And she was playing it, and she said, "You need to clip your nose hair."
Who was this? Your sister?
Yeah.
Well, at least she's looking out for you. She could have
exactly.
said, just let him go on with his long nose hair.
Yeah. Last Wednesday, actually, she was in the room with us, but I haven't been paying attention. But I haven't seen her name yet. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen her name, so I don't know. It was funny. Something I said made her laugh last week, and she was in the living room, and I'm in a different room, and people said that they could hear her laughing.
That's pretty neat, though.
Yeah.
Does she also crochet, David?
Well, we both learned crochet at the same time from my grandmother. We also learned to knit, and we learned to cross stitch. She is a cross stitch maven. She is actually taking up knitting again to relearn it. I don't believe she crochets. I haven't cross stitched since I was a kid. I haven't knit since I was a kid. Knitting to me is a bit of a mystery. My ex used to knit, and he had the idea of me picking up crochet because I think I had mentioned to him that I had learned it as a kid, so he wanted me to pick it up again. And he had the idea that we would be a bisexual household. And then that is how we became
Two bearded dudes.
the bearded yarn dudes. Yep. And so we're still friends, and he is just fine with me continuing to use the bearded yarn dude's name, which is good. Because it would be unpleasant if he had any resentment about that, and if he did, I would stop immediately.
Unless you tweak it and just put it what is it, the
bearded yarn dude. Yeah. Or one time I was testing out other ideas. I called myself the cynical yarn dude because, and this might surprise you, I can be a little cynical.
What?
I know. I hide it well, don't I?
Yes, you do.
But I really like bearded yarn dudes. Oh, by the way, thank you for your card, Brenda.
Oh, my pleasure.
That was lovely. And also, I was showing people this earlier as well.
I always try to put a sticker in with every thank you card.
That's good. What am I going to stick it on, though?
I don't know. Find yourself one of those mugs, those metal
oh, the metal like thermal cups that are like tall tumbler things.
Just stick them all there.
I could do that. I was thinking about putting it on the back of my
laptop.
My laptop, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do.
I don't care for stickers on my stuff. I don't know why I send them out, but I'm just weird that way. I'll put it.
Stickers.
I put them on like these kind of cups. Like these kind of cups, I'll put it
Okay,
on.
yeah.
But like put it on. I'm just not a big sticker person. I don't know
Yeah.
why I send them, but I do.
Yeah, Lauralee is suggesting that I need a project journal to stick it on. This is a notebook where I write down some design ideas and some
That's the perfect
video
place for it.
ideas.
That's the
And
perfect
also,
place.
this is another notebook. I call it the Book of Crow. I don't know why. Um, I know exactly why, but it doesn't matter. Where when I watch tutorials, I take notes, and I've almost filled up the whole thing. I also have other kinds of notes about. Here's a page where I was trying to find an exact match for Carolina Blue, because my friend wanted a sweater in Carolina Blue for her husband. And the
Mm.
sweater that I made was not exactly um, Carolina Blue, and it wound up being too big for him anyway, so she donated it, and that's fine. I always tell people when I give them stuff, feel free to regift it or donate it if it doesn't suit you, and
Mm.
I will not have any kind of hard feelings.
I don't do that. I tell them next time I come see you, you better be wearing it. I tell.
Actually, interestingly, the last time I visited this friend, she wore a sweater one night when she and her husband and I were going out to dinner. She wore a sweater that I had made for her, and it took me a minute to actually realize that that's what she was wearing because I had pretty much forgotten about it. But yeah, it was nice. I need to make some more sweaters of that particular pattern. It's not my own pattern, but it's not difficult at all, and it doesn't take all that long. I need to start selling something and bringing some money in. I don't know. So Loralee says, Granny D, my kids drive me in the big city anymore. Oh yeah, because it's difficult driving with all the with it can be sensory overload. I understand that. Robin says it just went through Michael's. They closed the one. Robin says her closest Michael's apparently is 22 miles away. We have a Michael's here in Wilmington, but it's on the other side of town. And I'm so spoiled that it's like, it's less than 5 minutes away. But I'm thinking, oh, it's all the way over there. Oh.
Lori, that's a good idea. If you have a caddy, you can put your stickers on there.
Lori and I have a running joke about her caddy because one time she was talking about her new caddy, and I thought she was talking about a Cadillac.
Well, in the days we used to call those caddies too.
Cadillac is actually coming back. They have some pretty good products now. I watch automotive channels, and I take one automotive magazine to read in places, and so yeah, I keep up with popular cars. I'm not really all that interested in, you know, the sports cars, the exotic cars that a lot of YouTubers, a lot of car YouTubers love, the ones that make all the noise. I'm going, why? But then, you know, I grew up with, you know, basic family cars. I love the old land yachts from the 70s.
Wow.
Yeah, so I follow a couple of channels. They are dealers of classic cars. And of course, the cars that I grew up with in the 70s are now called classic cars. There we go.
Laura Lee says to Dina that she's so quiet.
She is very quiet, but then, I keep running my mouth and
It's your channel. That's okay.
Mark is saying, I'm back. I was just checking out the Hat Not Hate website. What a wonderful charitable cause. I still remember being bullied in public elementary school. Not a good time in my life. Yep.
exactly, Mark, exactly. Although I recently saw somewhere that current day teachers are saying that in today's kids, they see a little bit more empathy than they did previously, because
I
it's
believe that.
probably because of growing awareness, both of what bullying actually is, and also growing awareness of the diversity of what is on this planet in terms of well, every different kind of person you can name is to be found, and most cities nowadays have much more diversity than before. Um, you know,
I wonder too if it also has to do with the fact that um, for you and I growing up, maybe they like you mentioned, there was not much being said about bullying, but these parents now are having kids and making sure that if they get a complaint from the school, that they try to nip it in the bud as quickly as possible, you know?
hmm hmm
I know when my daughter was at school, I remember I got a call from her friend's mother that she had um, said something to her, and I made my daughter get on the phone, call her, and apologize. And now after that, they were best friends forever.
Oh, I
You
think
know,
that's great.
so I think as parents, we also have to be responsible enough to understand that our kids are not perfect and they make mistakes, but it's our job to correct them.
And sometimes we hear about parents who don't understand bullying. They think it's just kids being kids, especially boys being boys. And it might be, but that doesn't make it acceptable.
Right, right.
I mean, we're
And
not.
it may not be a big deal, but everybody's sentiments is different. And somebody can tolerate a lot of jokes and be totally fine. Somebody else may be totally sensitive to certain behaviors, and they may take it completely different. So
You need
you
to
just
find
never
a.
know.
Yeah, you need to find a balance. Um, and I think that, well, I don't know. There's just a lot of work to be done on every side. Um, but it was encouraging to read that about growing empathy in today's young kids.
Hmm.
Um, I was glad to see that. I think that and possibly through television and social media, kids become aware very early of the wide diversity and that there is to the human race within even their own geographical area.
Well,
And
even Mark is saying that in Canada it's very cultural, ethnic, and diverse. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that, but sadly, differences in people are still a big problem to some, and that's taught. These kids are taught to think that way, unfortunately, and that's.
it all starts in the home.
Hmm.
And it's not so much being taught by words; it's being taught by example.
Exactly, exactly.
And I come from poor Southern people, so I had some poor examples, let us say. Um, and I have made great efforts to overcome the things that I was taught as a kid.
I understand.
Anyway, that's really all. Um,
Jeannie is right. Most bullies are bullied at the home, and a lot of bullies do have issues. That's part of the things that I
it's
discuss in
true that
my ABC video. It's not so it's not to validate what they're doing, but to kind of bring to light that these bullies are trying to work through their feelings in a way that unfortunately impacts others in a negative way.
and I would say that the vast majority of bullies don't even realize that they're bullies.
Right. hmm I agree 100%.
So they don't even realize that their behavior is inappropriate or that they're hurting people. Well, a lot of them, they're just reacting to what they know.
hmm
Let's talk about puppies.
Puppies?
Let's talk about something happier. Yes. Elizabeth Aaron.
I'll tell you that I have one of my puppies in a diet because I don't know what the heck she's been doing, but I think she's been eating her food and the puppy's food, and she's ballooned
Mm.
like crazy. So now I have to keep an eye on them every time I feed them. She's huge. So they're. Let me see if you can see them. Wait a minute. Where are you?
Oh, Elizabeth Aaron
Yeah,
Crochet says something about cyberbullying, and that happens, and we have seen it in the crochet community as well. And I've heard some very unpleasant stories. I was actually, you mentioned the ABC campaign. I was involved with that at the beginning, but I had to drop out because it brought up too much stuff in myself, in my own stuff, in my own history. And I feel very bad about that.
Well, that's okay.
I hope that the efforts that I made in the beginning did help them with their organization because, in the corporate world, I was a business analyst and, I can write requirements documents all day long. So I do that kind of analysis and stuff. In fact, in my personal life, paralysis by analysis is something I have experienced very often. Anyway, let's see what's going
Hi,
on.
Noni.
Let's
Hey,
see.
Noni.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. It's already 7:14.
Listen,
And
guys, I'm going to say good night. Let me get myself together. It's getting late. My husband is watching TV and spend some time with him now.
okay, well, I'm so glad you came up
Good
here,
night,
Brenda. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Dina. Take care of yourself, honey. Bye,
Bye
David.
Good
Bye,
night.
everybody.
You too.
bye.
Good night.
We probably won't be on
Good
here
night.
for that much longer, but I'm going to see if I can post the link again if anyone else wants to join us. My Bluetooth keyboard, it takes a while to reconnect. Okay, there we go. There's the link if anyone wants to join us. So, Dina, you have been very quiet. What's going on?
I was just listening to everybody else. I was listening to you and Brenda.
Well, Brenda and I like to talk.
That's okay.
Yeah, yep, that's true. But that's okay, too. And, oh, Nani May wants to come up. So, let's add Nani May.
Hi, David. Hi, Dina. How are you?
So glad to
How you
see
doing?
you.
Hi, Nani.
I was sitting there primping and brushing my hair because I haven't brushed it yet today. I
Oh,
was
you look
waiting. I was hoping
lovely.
You look
I was hoping David would wait until I got my hair brushed before I got up. That's okay.
You look lovely.
Thank you, sweetheart. How you guys doing?
We're having a good time here.
good.
Yeah.
I came in and I sat down and I was looking to see who was live. Of course, I missed my sweet D again, my granny D, because I was napping. You know, us old gals. I don't know
Ah.
if all old gals are like me, but I got about 3 o'clock. I got to go to sleep. But you guys look so lovely and beautiful. What's on your hook?
Well, my hook, actually,
Granny
I've talked about
squares.
this.
Or your
Oh,
your
yeah,
knitting?
Dina's doing granny squares. Yeah.
Oh,
I,
Dina, honey.
I've talked about this before. I've been doing this
Oh, beautiful.
this polo shirt, and here is the picture from the pattern, if you can see that.
Oh, nice. I can kind of see it. But
Well,
it
actually,
looks amaze bomb. Well,
I
I scared Dina fell out the window. I scared her to off. She fell plumb out the window.
oh no, Dina, did you mean to do that? Well, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't do that.
I hope I didn't run her off.
No. Anyway, so I've talked about that that polo shirt before,
Yeah.
because I've been working on it on and off while I'm also working on other things for a week or two now. And on my Saturday shout out video this weekend, I talk about the pattern creator and give a link to his Etsy shop. I
Yeah.
also gave a link to his Etsy shop last Friday in my Whip Friday video. I made that because I never got around to doing a Thwip Thursday. And my Thwip Thursdays are always because I never get around to doing a Whip Wednesday.
I hear that. I hope my birds aren't annoying you. I do have 4 parakeets, and they're
No, they're
they're
fine.
little they're a little
They're
wild.
fine.
I hope they're not loud, and they're in every video and they go everywhere with me. You know, they're like
Oh,
right
that's
next
fine.
to me. They have to. Some people get
That's
annoyed.
fine. So, let's see. I wish I could pay attention to the chat as much as I would like to.
Yeah, check your chat out. I can't see the chat on my phone. Of course, I can't really see us that well. I've got my 4 eyes don't work that well.
Oh, Granny D says you're always primping.
Yeah, I'm always like, okay, get the hair pulled over and pushed over. I have to watch lots of replays.
Let's see.
Tomorrow's my big day at the hospital, so we're gonna hopefully everything's gonna.
Big day at the hospital. Oh, look, Crochet Nana is here too, so I'll bring her up.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
Olivia
Hello,
wanted to
girl.
do your hair with you, Noni.
Yay.
Oh, she got some. Her hair's pink too. Well, more of a purple. Beautiful. How you doing, little one?
Say pink hair has to reunite, huh?
Pink girl. Pink hair. Rock on. I'm doing rainbow next. I keep saying I'm going to do
Oh.
rainbow.
Well, then I guess my pink shirt is appropriate too.
Right. I gotta have a pink rainbow to match, or not pink rainbow, but rainbow colors to match my Crocs. I'll have to show you guys my Crocs. I love
Oh, my
Crocs.
goodness.
I've been wearing Crocs ever since they came out in like 2003 or 2002, but I have rainbow Crocs.
Oh, those are cool.
I love those. I have
Aren't those
actually never
awesome?
ever worn Crocs.
They are
Oh, I'm
cool.
addicted to them. They're not the most attractive shoe, but when I saw that they come out with rainbow, I'm all about the rainbow. And how I'm going to get that rainbow, but a friend of mine that does hair says I can do your hair just like your shoe. Make sure you wear your shoe when you come and see me.
Nice.
Oh.
So I think I'll go red in the front and go all the way back to the last color, which is purple. Yeah, purple's the last color. Yeah, we'll see how that works out.
So Michelle's granddaughter is waving at us, and I'm so sorry, but I've forgotten your name.
Olivia.
Olivia, your hair is
Olivia.
gorgeous, gorgeous, Olivia.
Yes.
Well, not your last name, just your middle.
Olivia Rose.
Olivia Rose.
Oh, that's a lovely name.
Yes, that's beautiful. Olivia Rose is a beautiful, beautiful name.
I'm going to
You sound like she sounds like a movie star. Olivia Rose.
And Olivia, you're 8, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
8 years old, going on 16.
No,
Michelle is.
I'm 58 going on 16.
I'm 58 going on 16 too.
But
Forever 16 in here. That's what I say. Forever 16 right there.
52
yeah.
here.
Yeah, I always say that I was born middle-aged, and my body has caught up with me.
Oh.
but my
Tell me
mind is
about it.
all over the place.
Exactly.
Okay, there we go. I'm trying to get this laptop situated. Sorry for.
You can relate. You can.
Okay.
Your brain can relate. Your brain can relate with any age. That's what I always say. I can relate.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, we got some
Yeah.
twofers. We got some twofers missing there. I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much money did you get for that tooth?
Yeah, I was going to ask her.
$20 for one tooth?
20 bucks. We were lucky if we got 25 cents back in the old days, Olivia. Back in the old days, you know. Right, David?
Exactly.
Right,
We were
Michelle?
lucky to get 25 cents. And we
Michelle's
saved
not-
those quarters and hoarded them.
You better
until-
believe it.
Oh, yeah. Until we had amassed enough to buy, I
Yarn.
don't know.
Yarn.
I was not a yarn lover at that time, but
I was 6 years old when I bought my first skein of yarn because my neighbor taught me to. She went to knitting. She went to knitting and crochet class. So she and my aunt, between the two, taught me to knit. I knitted first and then crochet not until I'm 12. But yeah, I saved my money for yarn.
so actually when we first moved to a new city, because my dad had had a corporate transfer, my mom was a teacher, but it took her a while to find a teaching job. And it was like 3/4 of the way through the school year. And she wound up taking the place of a man who had been drafted. That's how long ago that was. So he had been drafted. So she took his place in that school, and she taught there for quite a few years. I think she taught there until we left that city. So anyway,
That was
she was rather bored until she got that teaching job. So she took knitting classes and she did all sorts of things. So, and she actually, and I know that she learned from my grandmother as well, because my grandmother is the one who taught me and my sister how to crochet.
Mhm.
But my mother taught us both how to knit and to cross stitch. My sister now cross stitches like a fiend, just like I crochet like a mad woman. And, you know, I crochet like Madame Dufarge, except she knitted. But
Yes.
and she
Yeah,
always
me
had
too.
that blood red ball of yarn, didn't she?
Oh, yes, she did. Yeah, exactly.
Symbolism much.
Really, much, much, much for sure.
But,
Yes, I love my yarn. We all do. Look at Michelle there. She's what she got there, holding up some skein of yarn.
Oh,
Oh, that's
I
pretty.
like
What is
that.
that? Yeah, what is that? It looks like a
It's a.
popcorn stitch, kind of like, or cluster bean stitch.
Hold on.
Over
Bernard,
that bundle up.
bundle
Oh,
up.
that's.
I haven't
that's a
used that
beautiful-
yarn.
I haven't used that either. I saw that
It
yarn
is
though.
so soft. So I'm using the pattern off the ball band, which is a first for me.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, the very first baby blanket I ever did, and I've done many with the same pattern, came
Oh,
from a
no,
Lion Brand ball
the
band.
first model in a ball band. Not a first baby
You know,
blanket.
I was telling somebody the other day.
Sorry,
I
David.
think somebody in the live. You know the C2C.
Mhm.
Now, when I was a little
My-
girl, like in the 7th grade, we did the C2C, but we called it a sideways double crochet. That's what we called it. And then I hadn't done that for years, and it was exactly the same. And then I remember like 4 or 5 years ago, it blew up all over the internet, you know, the C2C, and may not have even been that long. But I thought, I have done this before when I was a kid. Of course, I couldn't remember how to do it. And I don't know if you guys have seen my blooper of I started to do a tutorial to show everybody. The 3rd time I've been asked, will you do another one? And show us how to decrease it. And I messed it up. So my son said, well, Mom, put that up for a blooper. But anyway, we did that back. We used to do that when I was a kid. And I was such a dork and such a nerdy child that when me and my friends would get together for slumber parties, we'd sit around and crochet. We loved to crochet. So we had all the way from like probably the 6th grade until like the 9th grade. I still didn't like boys in the 9th grade. They started liking boys, so I was still crocheting. But anyway, yeah, we used to sit around and crochet, but we did that C2C back then. So, but we called it a sideways double crochet. And I don't know if you know, but I do love the C2C, and oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
you know
have
what?
probably what, hun?
Well, no, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying I've just made so many C2C blankets trying to use up all these old yarn balls, but I love it.
Yeah, I'm not that crazy about the regular C2C, and I'm not that crazy about granny stitch and granny squares, but you know what? I love the C2C granny stitch,
Yes.
and I have made many things with it.
Now I made a blanket, a 5. Now I like to do the granny square because I like to make blankets because I continuously like to be doing something. Of course, you know, I have my whips, but Fiber Spider did the C2C as you go. Have you seen that? How he makes the square, and then you just add on and add on and add on.
Oh,
That was so much fun. And I made one, and Michelle Sleeper made one. It's a beautiful way to bust all those. I have scrap balls, but still from day one when I started crocheting, I think.
I have scraps, and I have a bunch of new yarn. We were talking about some sales at the shops. And I was saying I already have enough yarn to start a store, and I don't have enough storage space for the yarn that I have. And I'm afraid to go into those stores because I wind up spending money.
Yep. Exactly. I've discovered I like Bernat Pop. At first I did not like Bernat Pop, but I really love it now after I made a few blankets with it.
I'm not sure I've ever used any Bernat yarn. I
remember Bernat. Do any of you remember Sayel? I think that's how you said it. Sayel. It was a yarn Sayel, I think is what it was called. S-A, maybe E-L-L-E, I don't know, something like that. I found some of that last week at one of our local thrift stores my husband took me to. There were a couple skeins of that, and of course I picked it up and pulled on it, and it was so old that it was like dry rot. It fell apart. But I can remember that yarn when I was younger, and there was one that started with, it wasn't Caron, it was something else that started with a C. Now I'm getting way back there. Me and David could possibly remember some of the older yarns. Not saying we're old.
We are.
Now Michelle probably doesn't because she's a lot younger, right, Michelle?
She's 6 years younger than we are. Lori is saying that she buys yarn much faster than she uses it. Yes, of course.
Yeah. And how come every time we go to make something, we have all this yarn, but we just don't have the right color and the right amount?
Exactly. Do you know, I was making something out of Lion Brand Pound of Love, which is probably my favorite yarn of all.
Yes.
And I ran out. And do you know, I went all over town looking for more of that particular color, and then I couldn't find that color on the Lion Brand website. I think they had discontinued it. I was fortunate to find some on Mary Maxim. So I placed my first Mary Maxim order ever. But I got some. I'll tell you that. And then I frogged. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You go ahead. You were talking. I interrupted.
No, and then I frogged the original project that I was doing with that yarn anyway.
That's what I've done before too. But I have got up, not in a long time, but I have been crocheting in the middle of the night before and I'm doing a project and run out of yarn, and you know, Walmart's open all night. So I even got up in the middle of the night and snuck out of the house and went to Walmart to get yarn because now that's addiction. That's addiction.
I once, in the middle of the night, when I had gotten off work, I worked until 4 a.m. that night. And I went to a grocery store that promised that it was open 24 hours. And I wanted to buy something, and they said, well, yeah, we're open, but the registers aren't.
Yeah, they have one register.
No, they didn't have any registers open. I couldn't do
Why is
anything.
Yeah, why are you open if your register is not open? And Walmart, like in the middle of the night, they'll have one register.
Exactly. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, do you know, guys? It's 7:30. We have been yakking for a long, long time. So I'm just going to go through my top of the broadcast announcements again, because there are going to be people here who haven't heard them, and if you have heard them, then listen to them again. Okay.
Your mom's coming.
Okay. So, a couple of things. First, I'm
Her mom's coming to get her, so she wanted to say
Oh,
Bye bye, sweetie.
okay.
Bye, Miss
Bye,
Olivia.
Olivia. I'm glad you
I'm
joined
blowing you a
us.
kiss.
See you later in these YouTube streets, huh?
And these YouTube
Bye-bye.
streets. Yeah.
I'll still be in the
Okay.
chat.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Okay. Anyway,
Excuse me.
my posting schedule. Today is Wednesday. I have these Wednesday free-for-alls. I have Thwip Thursday because I can never get around to doing a Whip Wednesday. Sometimes it becomes a Whip Friday.
I hear that.
I have Saturday shout-outs where I talk about other yarny people, usually YouTube channels, sometimes other things. The creator of my polo shirt is going to be in this week's one. I gave a link to his Etsy shop. I have Sunday readings of poetry. I have Topic Tuesdays, and I have started doing shorts on Mondays and Fridays. I did one 2 days ago. It was a short, you know, those, they call them YouTube shorts. They're 60 seconds or less. Yeah. But it was a 60-second tutorial on foundation single crochet. Sweet. And then I have a few more coming up on this coming Friday, next Monday. And then next Friday, I have a tutorial that is brief, but not short enough to call it a short. Right.
Yeah.
And then this Sunday, which is Easter, I have a marathon live, which starts at 3 p.m. Eastern and goes until either you're sick of me or I'm sick of you. I'm hoping to make it until midnight or longer, but there we go. So also, I have patterns on Ravelry. Some of them are free, some of them are not. The ones that are not free are also on Etsy. They're a little cheaper on Ravelry. I also have a new blog. The link is in the description. I started blogging probably 10, 15 years ago, writing about opera because that's my other passion. And then I started a general topic blog because there were things I wanted to write about that were not really opera related. And that sort of evolved in the past 2 years into crochet topics. So now I have started an exclusively crochet blog, and the link to that is in the description as well.
Oh, cool. You're a busy young man.
You called me young. Oh, bless your heart.
We are young, baby. We may be 58, but we're young.
But anyway, that came about. Actually, I had heard that there is an online yarn-related magazine that was looking for writers. So I reached out to them and I said, hey, I can write. I've been paid to write before. And so I showed them some of the stuff and gave them some ideas about what I wanted to do. And they said, no. So that's why one reason I started my blog, I was going, well, I'll show you.
Really?
No, really, it was because I needed that outlet. And then the general topic blog can go back to being more general topics. Let's see, what else do we have? I have links to Ravelry, I have links to Etsy. I have a Patreon page because it might be a while before I get monetized on YouTube. And even if you do get monetized on YouTube, any money that you make, they take a huge chunk out
Tell
of.
me about it.
So
Yes, tell me about
I have a Patreon page, so that if anyone would like to show me some support, I'm not asking people for support, but sometimes people like to do things out of goodwill. You know how it is.
Well, you'll have all that down in the description box, and you've got it on other videos. And
the link. Yeah, the link is in the description. What else do we have?
You are busy, busy, busy.
Well, that's what I try to do because I'm sort of semi-retired, which means unemployed and unemployable. So and living off of meager savings. So that's what's going on with me. But I keep busy with this.
Yeah.
And actually, I've talked about this before. I had a really awful February. I do have seasonal depression every year. This February was the worst I've seen in many years. But
I'm so sorry.
I am now feeling like the kind of energy and motivation that I have not seen in a very long time. So I'm taking advantage of it because I know it comes and goes. Yep. The day will come when I'll want to pull back a little bit, and then, it comes and goes. That's how life is.
Right. Exactly. Well, spring's coming, and the sun's going to be shining more, and soak
that
up
helps
all
a
that
lot.
sun.
Yeah, it does.
Soak up that sun and save some for later. That's what I always say.
Oh, Lori says the kids made her dinner, so she's got to run. Lucky Lori. We have gotten into the habit of doing of ordering pizza on Wednesdays. So I hope that the order has been placed already, because I'm ready. But I don't know. Anyway, I think that even though we're having a lot of fun, I should probably call it a night in a few minutes.
Alrighty. Well, I'm glad that I caught you live, hon, and I'm glad to come up and chat with you for a while.
I am so glad you came up, because I don't think we've had this kind of introduction before, and I have had such a good time with you.
Yeah, we just see each other on Granny D's and other people's lives, but I'm so glad I caught you, and it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure, and sometimes I get carried away and I start yakking too much, and people have to say, "Shut up, Noni May."
Yeah, me too.
I've never met a stranger. I love everybody, and I've never met a stranger. So if I ever come up on your panel and I try to take over the show, I don't mean to, just saying, but I will go on and get down, and thank you for letting me come up. I appreciate that so much. I always love to talk to anybody and everybody.
Oh, well, I'm really glad that you came up, and you are always welcome on my panel. So
okay, dear, and I will be watching and your videos and checking out your description. If I can talk, description box there.
yes. As soon as we're done here, I will just make sure that everything is in the description box as I intended it to be. Sometimes I have to go back and edit the description box, but that's okay.
Okay, I'm going to go on down so you can close this out and say your goodbyes, and I will see you next time, my friend.
Okay, well, thank you for coming, and I hope to see you soon.
Blessings to you and yours. Okay, darling.
And
bye-bye.
You too.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. And as you can see, oh, look, there's my subscribe sign. Guess what I'm going to say next? Subscribe if you haven't. Click that bell to get notifications. And I would also recommend any page, any YouTube channel that you are subscribed to, every time you go there, just double check to make sure that the subscription and notification settings are what you want them to be, because sometimes they change spontaneously. I'm sure it's, it's something. But subscribe, like, comment, share, all that normal stuff. And I want to thank you all for being here. And keep coming back. That's all I've got to say. Thank you so much. And I'm going to click End Broadcast. End Broadcast.